Hey there, I'm Marvin, and welcome to Duchy. In this video, I'm going to be giving a narrated playthrough of a Duchy Faith run. Now, this is a little bit different than my standard playthrough. If you are still new to Duchy or are looking to get a better understanding of the main mechanics behind the Duchy faction, then I highly recommend that you head over to our Buddy Up Gaming Duchy playlist and take a look at some of the other videos we have available that are a little bit more beginner friendly. This video is going to be more of a showcase of a specific strategy focused on leveraging faith for the Duchy faction. Anyhow, so what is that all about? So there is one interesting technology card here in the progress tree called Daily Bread that gives you 1 faith for every 8 field explored, and that occurs at level 1. I think by level 3, that's going to be 1 faith for every 4 field explored. Faith usually is a mechanic associated with the Order faction, and fields is usually something that you only worry about as the Duchy faction. So this technology is a little bit of a strange mix between the two. And one day I was just kind of wondering, well, is there some way that I could potentially leverage this card as the Duchy to create some kind of overpowered faith build? I don't know. This is what we're going to try to experiment with today. But first off, I think just thinking about the size of the grid, even if we upgrade Daily Bread to level 3 and consistently get Tetris rounds where at least 50% of the grid or of the pieces are planes, I don't know that we would be able to change enough of those planes into fields to get the amount of faith that you would see, say, in a typical Order run and be able to use that to build, overpowered commanderies, which is how we typically leverage faith. So with that in mind, here's that commandery right up here. So with that in mind, I was trying to think of, well, is there some other way we can maybe use faith to our advantage? And really I think that comes down to resource generation. So in addition to using faith to recruit troops or other things when playing against the Order, faith itself gives you a bonus on your resource generation at the end of the round. It's 5% extra for every point of faith. And so with that in mind, what I thought might be an interesting exercise or experiment to try out is to use Daily Bread along with a few other cards to really just amp up our food production. And the reason why that would matter is that there is one military building that you can unlock called the Provisions Convoy, right down over here, that will recruit ranged troops in the amount of 10 to 20% of the food you have collected for the round. It starts at 10% at level 1 and goes all the way up to 20%, I think, at level 3. And so I've used this card in the past to generate a decent amount of troops, but generally speaking, it's pretty hard to really get a lot out of this card unless you are specifically applying a strategy where you are just going bonkers on exploring plains and fields and using other cards to just really amp up your food collection each round. And so that's what we're going to do in this run, is to just use the Duchy's main mechanics with its farms to explore fields and gain a lot of food, but then also tie in faith to increase those gains. And so with that in mind, what are some of the other cards that we need to make this work? Way here at the bottom, I have enabled Exploited Lands, which is a production building you can stick in that's going to give you 20 to 40 food for each square that is explored. Windmill is going to give you food for every connected field square. If we get this, then you want to connect this to a large patch of fields, most likely converted by your farm. In addition, we could potentially explore a river strategy and use a card like the Fishery, but I am not going to go for that in this playthrough just because rivers kind of don't play nice with large patches of fields, so we're going to keep that out. Instead, we have a few cards, technology cards here, our usual exploration ones, lucky finds, and cartographers, which is going to be really important because in the scenario where we transform plains into fields but are unable to complete the row, we want to try to use cartographers to explore those incomplete rows and just get more fields. So that will be important. Also clearing, if we're able to upgrade this to level 2 or 3, we're able to convert some of those initial forest pieces into field pieces, which will also greatly amplify our food generation. And then as we move into the faith section, there's some other cards here I'm just going to skip for now. When we move into the faith section, there's also the monastery, which is going to award food in the amount of 10 times your faith, which actually is quite ridiculous for a it's a ridiculous modifier for a level 1 building. So that's pretty awesome. I'm very hoping to get this one to see what we're able to do with it. Finally, just because some of our buildings are going to require more than just food to upgrade, we have Tithe here to help us generate some gold, to help with some upgrades, and then we also have Blessing just to help us with managing our defense should we take some damage over the course of our rounds. Now, I'm going to state this, up front. This is a showcase. It's not a strategy that I would ordinarily recommend because it is highly contingent on getting the right cards, or I should say multiple cards to make the build work. So rather than kick off a new run from the beginning, what I'm going to do for this playthrough is to continue a run that I've already started, where I was lucky enough to draft the critical cards that we need for this strategy. And specifically that includes that Daily Bread card that we were looking at earlier, as well as that Provisions Convoy military building. So with that in mind, let's dive straight back into this run. I'm going to continue this run that is played as the Duchy on hard difficulty. And right now what I've been able to do is to draft the Exploited Lands card to increase that food generation, the Provisions Convoy to help us start recruiting troops based on our food generation, the Tithe card to help us increase our gold, and then that Daily Bread card as well. And I think, in fact, I want to say the Daily Bread one is the card that I just got in this previous round. And now we're going into that level 1 boss here. We're going to be playing against the wall in this case, and I am looking at potentially what cards I want to upgrade here because I do have quite a few resources available, and we're going to see how we can further even increase our advantage by getting as much food as possible. So looking at our buildings, right now we are missing our wood clear because the last round I played, I don't think there were actually any forest tiles, but we do want it. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 100 gold to unlock that wood clear, and then we're going to look at upgrades. Right now all I have for military buildings is that Provisions Convoy and a watchtower, though I was able to upgrade this watchtower to level 3, which is quite nice. For hard difficulty though, I think we will want just a few more troops. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade this Provisions Convoy to level 2. And with that, then I think we'll want to focus on trying to get upgrades that just get us more food. So the farm, I'm going to get up to level 3, so it has a range of 3. Don't quite have enough for this Exploited Lands upgrade then, and the wood clearer, just because we are going to need even more wood later on, I'm going to upgrade this to level 3 as well and help us with that. What do we have left? Oh, I can also upgrade Heavy Plow, which will get us +4 when exploring a field. I'm going to hold off on that for now. All right, so this is actually, I think, a pretty nice setup for the Duchy by the end of Act 1. I got very lucky with my drafts. So let's see what we can do with this. Now again, if you need a reminder, the wall level 1, or sorry, Act 1 boss forces you to play a little bit more compact with your pieces. As you put down more pieces, this wall is going to raise further and further up, and this garrison size will decrease all the way up to, I think, the 5th row from the top. And that's where you want to end things there. So let's try to get this started. And already we got our fortified farm which right now we can't really use until we actually get some, let me see, let's do it like this. We can't use it until we get some planes. Actually, I'm wondering if I can't clump this together. Ugh, man. Ugh, what a terrible set of cards to start off with. Oh man. Oops. That was too high up. Alright, I'm going to have to place these two next to each other. Really unfortunate. Alrighty, we only have 3 force coming up. A whole ton of planes. So maybe what we can do is just to go ahead and put this here. Put this here. Put this here. And then we're going to need to get our farm going, so... Yeesh. Alrighty, let's see. I am quickly running out of space here. How is my garrison looking here? 30? Oh my goodness. I definitely did not recruit as many troops with this watchtower as I would have liked. So I'm going to still keep that other building in reserve. Let's see if... changing that shape did not help us. Alright, I guess that's maybe the best we can do. Oh my. Really? Only 11 troops from this? That is terrible. Okay, so we may need to do a reset for this because I definitely did not get nearly as many troops as I was hoping. Yeah, that's gonna lose us the round. So, gosh, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try that one more time. Let's make sure we get our upgrades back. Do we need to consider different upgrades? Maybe we'll upgrade this one instead. Still get the wood clearer. And I think we'll still leave off on the other ones. So let's try that one more time. Yeesh. Maybe not. Maybe this faith build is not quite as OP as I would hope it to be. That's alright. That helped a little bit. Okay, here we go. There we go. Do I still want to use this wood clearer for anything? Well, actually, what I really need is my farm. Where is my farm? Let's see if... Nope, that is not coming up. Okay, so... How unfortunate. Oh, I did not want that. Oops. There's the farm. Oh, I don't know about that either, actually. Yeesh. Here we go. Alrighty. Oh, we even got some faith from that. Interesting. Okay, oh gosh. I need to see if I can't find a way to place this while also able to explore all the tiles. So I think I need to place this like here. Okay, there we go. Now we can explore and get all those from the exploited lands. Let's see how it go. Okay, so there you go. Look at this. Provisions Convoy got 53 instead of that 11 from last time. Considerably better. Although I did not put a building in reserve, which is unfortunate, but that's alright. You make do with what you can. And this time we actually win the round with troops to spare. Not bad. So, interesting little experiment there with... let's do printing press. Interesting experiment with our Provisions Convoy. That was my first hostile round since drafting it. So, I think that worked out okay, but clearly it depends on how well you're able to put the pieces together. That first boss fight did not work out. The second one did just fine, though. Alright, so with that, we're going to jump straight into Act 2. Let's take a look first at where we will be going. So, you can either pick a university or a guild, and take one with a lot of wood or about even. Same thing. Depots, university. We'll probably go left, make sure we take those hostile rounds, and then we have a training fair or a village. Right now, I think... do we actually even need more buildings? It could be useful. So I'm going to upgrade this card. And we might as well upgrade. Do we want to upgrade the printing press for everything else? I don't know. How about this one? You gain 10. That's not going to get us a whole ton yet. But here, let's upgrade this. Okay. And do we want a building card? We either get 2 building cards or 2 technology cards. I don't know that I need... I could... Alright, we might do the quit to menu trick here, just to see what kind of cards we can get. Oh, that watchtower could be helpful, though. So let's see if we can't get that. Or another farm or windmill. Let's see this one first. So another exploited lands. Or we pick the top row. You could get a watchtower. So that watchtower might be the best option. If we went with the university, I don't really want any of these right now. Exploration cartographers could be good. And then something else over here. Well, do we really need another watchtower? You know what? We're going to try to just focus on that Provisions Convoy. So let's go with this one. Assuming I can get cartographers over here. Oh, wow. Really? Let's see what the bottom row could have gotten us. That was very bad luck to actually not get cartographers as a choice. Otherwise, we could get masonry, which helps with this final upgrade. Now, I mean, 150 should be fine, I think. Wow. I am so bummed out that cartographers did not come in. Yeah, let's do this one and take this left option. Alrighty. Strongholds and old towers. That's kind of annoying. Alrighty. So basically, keep stuff away from mountains. Alrighty, let's see. Oh. Here. Here. Oh, actually, let's put this over here. Oh boy. Okay. We already need to start. I'll put this down over here. And we can put this. Alright. Oh. What is this? Oh, mountain piece in range. Sorry. So you need to go over here. Okay. Alright, and now we can get our watchtower in play. I really could use my farm right now. Let's see if that does not reveal the farm. How annoying. Alright, time to stack it further away. There's the farm. Alright, fine, I'll just put this here. Where do we put you? Let's see, how many more planes? We only have one more planes left, so I guess we can stick you. Oh, not over here. I'll put it over here. There's that. Oh, where do we put you? Oh, well, that didn't look good. Just gonna have some pretty ugly gaps here, unfortunately. Just do that. How annoying. Okay. Definitely could use cartographers. You can see there's just at least here, what, 6 rows that have low gaps. I will say one thing about using Provision Convoy is that with ranged troops, I don't really have a good variety. So I'm always going to be hoping that I'm fighting heavy troops, which I'm not in this round, unfortunately. Alrighty. And I end up getting 2 faith. Oh, maybe this one. Alright, let's see what we can get for another technology card. Alright, this time we can definitely get cartographers there. Is there anything else that I really care about? I mean, erudition would have been nice a while ago. Clearing too, so there are definitely other cards we could go for, but we're going to take cartographers. And then when you think about, we have lots of food, but some gold would be nice, especially since we can use that gold to upgrade our cartographers. So let's do that. Defense or anything. Ooh. Okay, no mercy. Okay, so let's try. First off, do we want to spend this to decrease some of our upgrades? I think that actually will help out eventually. So I'm going to... Usually I don't upgrade my printing press or my treadmill crane, but if I'm going to do a lot of upgrades, then I think there might actually be a benefit. So let's try it out. We're going to do that first before we get to cartographers and daily bread and sure, let's do wheelbarrow as well. And now that should put us in a pretty good spot for getting gold and more food. Okay, and we're gonna definitely take this left path because we want to be taking hostile rounds. Alright, siege camp. Alarm towers. Now this ain't very pretty. I really want that forest. I want that wood clear like right here, and then maybe the, what is this? For enemy buildings aligned to it. Alright. Oh, okay, we'll put this here. And we'll put this no, hold on a second. Here, maybe? And then this over here. Where is my wood clearer? Oh, there it is. If this wood clear goes, what, here? No. Oops. Sure. Alright, and then here. Oh, it's so much better. There we go. There we go. Very nice. And we also got that extra gold from No Mercy. Oh, still too many. Oh my gosh, that hurts. Alright, so I definitely looks like I need some more diversity in my military buildings. Just having that one Provisions Convoy and one watchtower is not cutting it. Another watchtower. I mean, that's definitely going to at least help. It's very easy to upgrade given all the food and wood that we are getting, so we could definitely give that a shot. Yeesh, though. That was a hard one for us. Let's unlock that. Upgrade this to level 2. Can't get it to level 3 yet. Oh my god, why are we facing so many? So many light troops. I want heavy. I want heavy. Okay, that's fine. Definitely got a lot more planes this time around. So do we want to do some additional upgrades? We may want to hold off. Let's see, food we can maybe do. But we could upgrade that cartographers to level 3. What do I need for? I do need 350 food for the Provisions Convoy though, so we'll hold off on that. Alright, Let's see, that's going to go there, so we can do like this. This. When you have a supply line, if you can use buildings to take up the rows, that definitely helps with decreasing the amount of troops that it recruits. So. There we go. That should be quite a bit. Oh, that's so annoying. Let me see, if I put that there, it's going to be level... we'll just... Oh, there we go. That's better. This. Oh, this is just my level 2 one. Okay. That's fine. There is my level 3. Nice. Alright. Oh, look at that recruitment. So much better. Okay, do we have any more? We have one more planes coming up, so I may be able to just hold off on putting... I can leave a piece here? I don't know. Let me see. I don't think it's coming up, so that's better that I do this. Oh, wait. But I need a spot to fill in... Handle this horse stable. Oh, the horse... Oh, the mercenary camp. Never mind. That's fine. Alright. You annoying mercenary camp. Just have to deal with you. Do it like this. Like this. Like this. That. And like this. Oh, a 70. Alrighty. So you can definitely see the numbers racking up there. Oh, it's much better. We also had a lot more planes this round, which definitely helped with our recruitment. How much we got? 7 faith this round. Considerably higher. Ooh, blacksmith. Very cool. Okay, so we have enough for the level 3 Provisions Convoy. Very nice. And in fact, I wonder if we start upgrading, we could even, if we use that trade fair, we can maybe get a level 2 blacksmith. No, I don't need level 2 blacksmith. That's fine. I probably could... Yeah, I am going to try to refill defenses maybe, just to play it a little bit safe. So we'll do that. And then we'll need to see, going into the Act 2 boss, I need to spend some food to get the blacksmith in. What does that leave me in terms of upgrades? This one's not that great. A little bit more faith. I don't think I need money. So these two are fine. So instead, I could maybe do this one. Let's get some more exploration yields. And let's do that because I want to save some money and upgrade that watchtower to level 3. So, alrighty, war chariots. Honestly, for the Duchy, this is actually probably a pretty good one to have to face, so not bad. But generally this boss is kind of annoying. Alright, where are we going to put you guys? Here, I guess. And here. Okay, and now time to start stacking. Where do we put all these buildings? Here? Here? And here? There we go. This wood clearer still has some space, so we'll do that. That's looking very nice. I'm gonna stick this in the corner, and stick this in the corner as well. Put this in here. Alrighty. Oh shoot, I didn't leave a spot for my blacksmith. Yo. Okay, I will put this here, and we'll put this over here. Okay, that's alright. So now the blacksmith can go here. And do we have... There's still some space there, but it's okay. I'm not going to recruit anything off of that. It's mostly these two spots here. Can I get the better piece? Much better. There we go. Fill this up. Alrighty. Let's hope we got enough food. There we go. That blacksmith coming in clutch. Even without it, we would have been fine. But this just helps us carry over the time. You can see even with all the food that we're losing to recruit for our Provisions Convoy, we're still getting plenty left over. So, and this time we only got only 4 faith, which is fine. It's so funny we're getting our treadmill crane right now when I've already pretty much upgraded most everything. So we could get a thieves hideout, which is definitely one of the better buildings and one that would easily put us over the top, but that's not the focus of this run, so I'm going to get that treadmill crane just to help reduce any additional upgrades. And we're going to leave the mountain behind. Okay, because then we can potentially upgrade our blacksmith, and we can even upgrade this watchtower at some point, so very cool stuff. We want to hit to the right side. Grab this, and then we can pick any of these 3 or 2 to get to the trading fair. Which one has... This one has a lot of food, and this has pretty decent food, so middle right. Okay, so let's go to the right first. Maybe we can get something that gives us even more food. Oh, here, this... or even get us another watchtower. We don't need another watchtower. Monastery, yes. Let's see how that works. I've been itching to try that out, actually. So take this. Go here. Let's get the monastery in place. In fact, I bet we can even upgrade it a little bit to level 3. And then, on top of that, I don't have enough to do the watchtower yet, so instead maybe I will upgrade the blacksmith. Do I need to upgrade the blacksmith? I don't know that I mean, I might be able to get another thing there, so yeah, maybe. Alright, we're going to actually get cartographers to level 3, explore even more incomplete rows, and what the heck, let's do this. Alrighty, and now we have, what, alarm towers and strategic pavilions. Let's see how this rolls. Oh, okay, so with this kind of setup, I guess we are going to try to not put anything on the first row. Push, push. Alright, I definitely could use a woodcutter right around there. So we want to save that. Oh, there's that wood clear. Excellent. Beautiful. And then if I can also get the farm right down there, that would be awesome as well. Is that my level? Oh, that is my level 3 watchtower. I didn't even think about where to put my blacksmith. Okay, let's see. Oh, not pretty, but we'll just stick this here. Maybe like this. This. And then I guess like this. This on top. So now we're going to get the blacksmith is going to recruit troops off the Provisions Convoy and also get the food from the monastery. So we'll see how that works out. Still want excellent. Okay, and now this is my level 2, which is not going to get quite as many troops. That's okay. Can I squeeze that? No, I'm not going to squeeze that in there. Really nice. This only has a little bit of space on one spot for troops. Done. All right. Whoa, my goodness, 170. So that monastery got a whole ton of food, which the blacksmith duplicated, which then allowed the Provisions Convoy to recruit quite a few troops. So that was really, really well done. Okay, so now that we have such a diverse group of units, we can actually use the light troops to take out the ranged troops before switching to range to take out the heavy. I know that was a whole mouthful there. We're going to end with quite a few. Alright, we are rolling. Absolutely rolling now. Look at that. Alright, so let's see. That was... The blacksmith got 170 troops. And the blacksmith also got 140 food, which is what the monastery was able to produce. That is ridiculous. Okay. And yeah, just look at all that food. We even got a whole ton of gold. Why? From the wheelbarrow and no mercy, and what? And just faith, I guess. My gosh. All right, we can do yet another exploited lands. I think I'm already maxed out on buildings, though. So, I mean, I'll take it. But unfortunately, I don't know if I can even use that card. What can we still use up here? Maybe supply logistics, lucky finds, or clearing. Yeah, let's just pick this. Sure, why not? Okay, we're going to pick the middle. And yes, we are plumb out of buildings. So, final upgrade for this watchtower. Let's do that. And then we can think about technology cards. Let's max out Daily Bread. We even have some left to do Reliquary. Alrighty. In this case, we got castles, supply lines, and bastions. Okay. This. Alright. Oh, always so. It is ugly when... Oh, man, where am I gonna... I guess I'll just stick this in the end. I don't want to use the wood clear quite yet. Alrighty, how many forest? I have 4 forest pieces. No, you know what? Let's just stick the wood clear down here. Or stick in the watchtower. There we go. That gives us a few more troops. This wood clear can still do a little bit of work. Well, just to get those 2. It's not a whole ton though, so... Actually, can we condense that a little bit better? Let's see. I'll put the blacksmith here. The monastery. No. Oh, it's level 2. Never mind. Okay, so we just do that maybe here. This. Like this. Oh. This. There we go. Okay. Where is my monastery? I want to stick that right over here, but I can't. Because right now... Oh, ugly, 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 ugly. Okay, I can do that. At least it looks a little better. There you go, finally. Square block. Just do that instead. Okay. There we go. Oh, and the cartographers came in just nicely there. Oh, wow, 218. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so we need a little bit of range to take that out before we switch over to light to take these out, and we just have plenty of leftover troops. I did not get that too much wood that round though, because I didn't find a good spot for that wood clearer, but that's okay. We still got plenty of troops. 860 food, 11 faith. So again, not something that I would say recruits, you know, it's not enough faith to like goes bonkers with commanderies, but it's still very respectable in terms of the amount of additional resources we get. A stone mine could get us some additional stone if we wanted to get any final upgrades like on this reliquary or blacksmith, but I don't know that we need it, so we'll just grab this. I don't know that. Okay, we'll go to the right. Again, upgrade-wise, I don't think I need to exploit lands. This one I'm not going to do. I don't need more food. Can heavy plow for even more food. Even more food. There we go. Heretics later. Oh my god. Heretics lair and a raider colony. This one's definitely going to screw with our resource generation, unfortunately. How do I do it? I do it like this. Ugh, gross. Very, very gross. The way that this thing just eats up. Okay. All right. Can we use this wood clear to help us out here? Maybe we put this over here. Here. And then how am I... the only problem with that... Provision Convoy is that I actually don't remember what the shape of it is, and so I don't know where I should put my blacksmith. Oh shoot, is it... Let me see if it comes up. No. Is it... Well, this has to go here now. I guess that's a definite. If I put this on top, will I be able to fit the piece in there? Maybe not. Just put this over here. Okay. There we go. Where is this? Still not coming up. Okay. We'll put that there. There it is. Oh, it's the wrong direction. Okay, so I was thinking it was maybe the other S shape. That's okay. I can still fit it in there. It's just not going to be quite as clean. This. Maybe stick this here. Ugh, just here. And here. No, you know what? That's not worth it. I don't want to waste that charge. Alrighty, not bad. Alright, not quite as good as last round, but still pretty good. And I opted to keep the Heretics layer in reserve because if you're not aware, it will... Any building aligned to the Heretics layer will cause you to lose faith, and you can have your resource generation severely nerfed by that debuff, so definitely not going to do that. You can see that we are recruiting, or we are generating more food than we know what to do with. So, you know, unfortunate. And we actually do have a trading fair coming up, so we could change that food into one other resource. Not two though, so I can't upgrade the blacksmith fully. But maybe I could do it for wood, and that would let us, I guess, upgrade some of these cards here. So let's do that. Food. Oh, I guess, okay. It's going to be gold for wood. It's fine, I have plenty of gold as well. And let's see what we can upgrade going to the final Act 3 boss. So let's focus on increasing our... I don't need more gold. I don't need more gold. I don't have enough. I also don't need more gold. Oh my goodness. We could do this. Okay. Sure. Alright, the Basilica boss. Fortunately, what this means is that we are going to lose out potentially on one of our military buildings. This boss works in a special way where every time you place down a piece, any of these uncovered conversion squares adds to this conversion meter. And then if you place down a building that has a garrison less than the conversion meter, or equal to or less than the conversion meter, that building gets converted to the enemy, which is very annoying. So we try to cover these up as soon as possible. And then I guess we could do that. And basically what I'm going to end up doing is trying to get the I'm going to let one building get converted, my fortified farm. Might have to wait until after I have at least converted a whole bunch of, used it to convert a whole bunch of plains into fields. So we will wait to see on that. And it doesn't, once you convert it, it doesn't really matter. Or I should say that it doesn't matter how small this garrison is compared to the conversion meter. It uses up the entire conversion meter, which is fantastic for us. So, can maybe put that here. Or, I should have, sorry, place that here. Here. Okay, that was excellent. So now I just need to figure out where everything else goes. I think we'll just go ahead and bite the bullet right here and place this. Alright, so there we go. It got converted, and now I don't think it will change any see, it's not going to change any of these plains into fields because the building is no longer mine, unfortunately. Let's stop that last one up here. Where are we going to put our final set of buildings? That could probably fit right there. Okay. This to this, and now this blacksmith can grab both, and I can still get some troops for this building right here. I realize you can actually do it like this. I guess it's a little bit cleaner. There we go. Can we change this and squeeze it in? No. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all that food. Let's see what we get for this final round. Only 194, really? Oh, I'm surprised. Okay. Well, that's fine. Still more than enough to win this fight. Battle 1. Very nice. 9 faith. Alrighty, so 194 for the Provisions Convoy that round. I don't think that was my best, though. 9 faith from the food we collected. 777 food. I guess, oh yes, that's right. Because my fortified farm got converted, there was a whole lot of fields that did not a whole lot of plains that did not change into fields, which would have greatly increased the amount of food I would explore, but also trigger my daily bread card to give me even more faith, which would have made this faith bonus even higher as well. So that's true. Okay, this boss round did get a little bit nerfed because of that fortified farm being converted early on. Okay, but still, that is victory for this playthrough. Thank you so much for watching this. So this was a narrated run of a Duchy faith build, playing as the Duchy, but instead of focusing on purely the watchtowers and trying to maximize their recruitment with fields, instead we focused more on using fields and the daily bread card to increase the amount of faith we would get, as well as with the support of other cards like exploit lands, maximize the amount of food that we would earn every round. And by increasing that food, we can then channel that into military units through the Provisions Convoy, which when we upgraded it to level 3 would take 20% of the food that we collected during the round and convert that into ranged troops. And so in this final round here, we collected 777 food. Taking 20% of that, we got to the, plus the maybe the 350 over here as well. We got to the 194 from the Provisions Convoy. So pretty good stuff. Yeah, that's basically what is it? 194 times 5 is about 1,000. So it's the 777 plus this 350, I think, is about where we landed to get that number. And yeah, I would say that it worked. There was a little hiccup there at the beginning where I had to replay the Act 1 boss over again because I didn't quite get a good optimal place in. We recruited something like 6 troops for the Provisions Convoy, which was not enough to win the fight. But once we got that point, we were really able to skyrocket our food generation, and we were comfortably winning fights by allowing that Provisions Convoy to recruit a lot of food. And actually, I think this really took off once we were able to get the blacksmith and the monastery to be able to double not only the amount of troops we got, but also the amount of food that we generated through faith here. And was that actually really our best? Looking at resource details here, you see we hardly get any. Well, this round was not very good for exploration, I guess, but we got a lot of food through that monastery. We also did get a lot through exploration, and that you can see in the cartographers captures all of our incomplete rows here. So, and this number would be even greater in a normal round if we were able to complete those rows, because that would give us multi-row bonuses. So yeah, definitely monastery was a very powerful building. Exploration in general, though, was very strong with all those fields, and having cartographers available definitely helped us out when we weren't able to complete those rows. But yeah, I think this showcase definitely demonstrates the power of a Provisions Convoy when you're able to get the right setup. I wouldn't recommend it, though, as a regular strategy, just because you really need a lot of things to go right with your card drafts just to get the right cards. But hey, it makes for a really fun playthrough, and I definitely recommend giving it a shot just for the kicks. So in any case, that's the end of this narrated playthrough. I'm Marvin from Buddy Up Gaming. We like to put together videos that encourage families to game together, including single player titles like Drop Duchy. My son really loves watching me play this game. He's asked me so many questions about the tactics and the strategies and what all the different buildings do, and he's more than happy to critique my moves when he's watching me play. So this is definitely a game that can be shared with others, even though you're not actually playing a multiplayer title. I really hope that this showcase was enjoyable to watch. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, we be on the lookout for even more videos on Drop Duchy from Buddy Up Gaming. Hope you have a good one. Take care out there.